Hello, everyone. So I'm gonna veer off a little bit because that's what I do. Nothing is, nothing is ever what it seems with me. So today, I'm not gonna tell stories. I'm not gonna talk about mommy dears. We'll finish that next time. I'm not gonna put on makeup. I don't have makeup on. This is what I look like. This is how I look without makeup. Hey, Erica, about it. So we're gonna cook. I'm gonna just show y'all because I have to cook. So I'm gonna show you guys kind of how to make lasagna. So now is this gonna be a good tutorial? I don't know. We're gonna just see how this goes. And we'll just talk about some current events this time. So these I have left over from last time. We're gonna boil these still, but I also have just regular. We're gonna have some because we ain't making it from scratch. Rabbit. I like to make my lasagna a little different. I like a lot of vegetables because I'm not making a salad on the side. I got red bell pepper. I have squashes. We have onions. This is just a red onion. Of course, no lasagna is complete without cheese. So we got a bunch of cheese. I got a lot of cheese, but I use it for other stuff. So, onion powder, garlic powder. I have like 2 different kinds of garlic powder. I have this one that I love. You don't need that much garlic powder. It's just what I do. I'm weird. I love Trader Joe's stuff. This Italian style seasoning run. We got some seasoning salt, more Trader Joe's. A 21 salute seasoning, and I like rosemary, and then more Italian seasoning. And also, I get this roasted garlic grapeseed oil. Oh, I also have spinach. Let's put spinach in there. Oh, and then cottage cheese for my base. I don't like ricotta. My husband hates ricotta, so I don't do ricotta. Oh, and then also I'm gonna have it with this wonderful roasted garlic sourdough bread. This thing is dense. Because it just never ends here at this house. And then some honey apple cake. So we're gonna do that. Oh, and then there's meat here. And then also we got just some ground turkey. I got a big thing. I'm gonna have it. I just buy the big thing because it's just easier to deal with. It's just easier for me to deal with. I just have, and then the rest goes in the freezer till I need it again. So we're gonna make some lasagna today. We're gonna get us a little cutting board, and we're gonna get us a knife, and we are gonna do something strange to make that thing change. Into a meal. Oh, also, there's never enough garlic, in my opinion, for anything. I use this minced garlic too. There's like 36 garlic. Some of this garlic this garlic goes on that bread too. Honey, our breath be humming. So, oh, and also you need, a pot as well. So I got one pot, and I only use one pot because I don't like doing a bunch of dishes. Because that's just crazy. That's just horrible. Crazy. Okay, so let me rinse these off. Let's rinse this off. And we are going to get into like current event type situations, child. Because people going crazy. These people going crazy. I don't know what's going on. But these people have lost their minds. Sorry. And just disclaimer. You might hear anything, okay? Because it's 6 o'clock. The kid's here. You may hear the husband. You might hear a cat. You might hear a dog. You might hear my daughter. Anything goes at this time of the night. That's why usually I like to do the recordings early because everybody's doing whatever they're doing. But that's not what we're doing here. Um, we're gonna let everybody be free and do what they want because that's just what we're doing. Also, weird thing. So I'm just cutting up bell pepper right now. I believe myself to be composting. Like I like to save the seeds and stuff because I don't know if people knew you can replant the seeds, or even if you like take the stuff and if you have a garden outside, you can compost the stuff and put it outside and it composts to the soil, so it helps the soil, like the nutrients in the vegetables and fruits go back into the soil. So just like if you had an apple tree and the apples fall to the ground, they just absorb back into the soil. So it's biodegradable is what they would call it. So if you don't want to fill your trash up, just throw it outside near a tree or something. It just goes back into the soil. So I would do that. Well, I do with it. Just for those who, FY, a nice cute FYI. So, was about to go grocery shopping today. And what pops up on the news? Child. South Korea acting a fool. Now, it's crazy because many y'all don't know me and y'all don't know what I do, but I was in the military. Like I used to be in the military. And I actually was stationed in South Korea. And it's crazy that, like, looking at it, I was like, wait, what? So I'm sure everyone has seen it, but South Korea, the South Korean President Yoon, decided he was not here for whatever was going on. I'm not sure. Well, really, it was just Parliament, the opposition party in Parliament, which would be like our equivalent, Americans' equivalent to Congress, weren't passing whatever laws he was pushing through. They just weren't giving him what he wanted. And so President Yoon, also there was investigations. There was just a lot going on there. So President Yoon decided, girl, answer no. And so what he did was he decided to declare martial law. Okay, he said, oh, they signed with North Korea, they doing too much. Allegedly. And so he decided to declare martial law. Martial law is where you just allow the military to take possession of the government. You just are like, nope, military got it because things have gotten crazy. So the military gonna do it. So he declared martial law. According to sources, I guess the military took over Parliament, and it was just a lot going on. The members of Parliament couldn't get into the building, so they can reject his martial law order. It was all kinds of crazy. Basically, from my perspective, it's a man throwing a tantrum. Like, sir, you too grown and got too big of a position to be over there throwing tantrums because you can't get your way. Sir, learn soft power. Learn some soft power skills. Just do it. It's fine. We all have to. Learn how to get along or get on. Now, I don't know this man. I don't know Korean politics like that. I don't know what they were putting him through, so I can't speak to it, but I'm going to speak to it anyway. Like, sir, no. So, looking at it, it ain't looking good for the homie. The homie over there, the president of South Korea, that homie, is over there looking like Drake, child. Why the homie looking like Drake, child? Filing a lawsuit, child. Because he feeling some kind of way. So yeah, like that was crazy. But I think to this point at 6:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I think Congress got back in there. And when I say Congress, okay, there's some G's, honey. Some of them Congress people were doing the most to get in that building. One dude was scaling fences. I was like, yes, honey, give that man a pay raise. because he was doing the most. He was like, "Oh, absolutely not." I guess the homie said, "Absolutely, you're not gonna come over here doing this foolishness." But yeah, they did whatever they had to do. I don't think the military was really trying to be about that life. Like, I don't think they were trying to. I think they didn't take the martial law super serial. So the parliament got up in there. Um, but they went on and voted, and ain't nobody heard from their president since. I'm waiting to hear what he got to say. What you got to say for yourself, sir? Because you did a lot. Because you could get your way. Um, well, allegedly, because we don't really know what be going on, but behind closed doors with them people. Um, Sorry, this is the part where I start crying because these onions. We're just chopping onions. This red onion. Woo. Sorry, they strong, honey. They are strong. I should have did this first. So anyway, so basically, I guess the council over there has basically said, sir, you don't get to declare no martial law. You don't get to do that. You don't get to throw tantrums without consulting us first. Okay, you don't get to have an emotional outburst without us telling you that you can. And so they didn't voted that martial law on out. Um, and I guess we just sitting here patiently waiting to see what comes out of it. I think impeachment. I would think he got to go because you not doing nothing for the people. And I want to say the Korean people. Sorry, y'all. Ooh, the tears are flowing. If you're an actress and you need to cry, just get an onion. It'll help you. Ugh. Anyway, so the people have been, I think the Korean, like, just, people, the public, are just like, no, he wasn't popular anyway. And I don't think this is gonna help them, especially like the culture of Koreans. They are not here for all this old foolishness, sir. I think they ready to just simmer down and make their money. And whatever you were trying to do, they not here for, sir. So I don't think we're gonna be seeing him much longer. There was another president when I first got stationed in Korea. There was another president. It was a woman president. She got thrown right on out for some bad deals with Samsung. She was doing something too. So I don't think Korean people be over there playing with their leaders, um, playing with their lives like that. So sorry, let me get. Let's get rid of this onion. Oh, excuse me. So thus far, that's what we got going on here. In my little bowl, my little Tupperware. We got bell pepper and onion, and now we about to do this. Oh, and by the way, I never give details on how to cut. Cut as big or as little as you want because you're gonna render it down. You're gonna cook it down. So I just, especially with the onions, they big, but you're gonna cook them down. They're gonna shrink, and then also it's gonna be amongst a big old in a big old lasagna. For the squash, I just cut it in fours. I just slice it and cut her in fours. The little pieces I don't twos. So just so you know what we're doing. So yeah, I think South, and I shouldn't just say Korea, South Korea. Um, so shout out to the South Koreans, cause honey, that was a boom bap surprise earlier today. Who would have thought that their government was gonna go crazy? I thought it would be America's government that would go crazy before their government did. But life is full of surprises. The only constant is the surprise of life. What else is going on besides Drake suing Kendrick? Which um oh, China. I think China went on and threw some tariffs on us before we could throw some tariffs on them. Scott, did you see the tariffs? They trying to put the tariffs on all the electronic.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, that's the husband. Huh?
So that's how it works. Some country puts tariffs on, the other country does the same thing.
Yeah, that's how life works, right? What you do to the top, you do to the bottom, like a fraction. I think China then went on and said, we just gonna go ahead and put some tariffs on your electronic devices. So that's going on. So I guess Asia just like, girl, we are not here for the fool la la. We are not here for your fool la la. Okay, so going forward, this is what we got. Look at how pretty. It's just so many colors. All the colors. All the colors. Okay, so we got all the colors going, and all I did was just put a little oil, just a little something in that pot, so we can go ahead and saute down our little whatchamacallit, our little veggies. Let's turn it on. Let's let that heat up. Let's get this garlic ready because I like to saute the veggies with the garlic, and we're gonna get all of our seasonings prepared because I like to season the vegetables too. Everything needs to be very, very, very seasoned, as you can tell with the multi-Italian seasonings and the multi-whatever seasoned garlic. So we like to have it very seasoned. What happened to my, sorry. What happened to my, oh, it's not okay. Ooh, you know what I want to talk about? 90 Day Fiance. My husband been making me watch that. And it's a lot of crazy people on there. There's some people, honey. There are some people on 90 Day Fiance that are just like, you sure you don't just want to go to therapy instead of paying for a plane ticket to go somewhere else and find somebody? So let's talk about it. There's a lady, I don't remember her name. I'm not good with names. So let's talk about person number one. Person number one is going to be the lady that went to Croatia with Bojo. I think his name is Bojo. I can't remember her name to save my life right now. But okay, a lady, she survived the Bosnian War. She goes over to meet a guy that she was dating named Bojo, and he's in Croatia. And, you know, he seems to be feeling her. He done told her he loved her, which, girl, can we just not? Either he needs to stop telling women that he love them, or she needs to stop believing men when they tell her that and make them prove it, instead of just letting them just tell her that and there's nothing to show for it. I don't know which one. But she goes over there for 6 weeks to visit him. Now, before we get to her going over there visiting, my girl's a boss. My girl got like 52 jobs. She didn't survive the Bosnian War. Hats off to her. Oh yeah, that's what we like to hear. Y'all hear that sizzling? So that's what we like to hear. And my hands are clean, so don't be talking. So my girl go over there to visit him. She takes off of her 50 jobs for, I think she over there for like 6 weeks. Like, girl, you don't know him. He don't know you. She go over there, and why is he not attracted to her? Now, I'm gonna say this, and it's not to shame anybody or be like, oh, you're not as good as. I feel like my girl was just a little too desperate, and I think it scared her. I think she was just a smidge. Ooh, that's a lot. Okay, let's talk about before we get on to my girl. I do not measure. I don't measure nothing. So if you're looking for measurements for me, I can't even help you. I just kind of go off of the way I've cooked for like ever. I don't. It's sad. It's sick. It's what I do. So I don't have measurements for you. I say measure it to taste because everybody's taste is different. Also, like sometimes people have like sometimes people have high blood pressure, diabetes. So I don't want to tell you my measurements. I want you to just figure out how you want it to taste. Also, the way I like things to taste and the way you like things to taste may not be the same. So I don't have measurements for you. You can do one teaspoon of everything, whatever makes you feel good, honey. I am not Martha Stewart, honey. I don't have measurements. Shout out to Martha Stewart. Martha Stewart is over there looking snatched at 80 something. Y'all go take a gander. Go over to Martha Stewart. Go look at Martha Stewart. Martha Stewart over there looking like a snack, honey. So anyway, so my girl go over there and he is just not attracted to her. And he took her to this cooking thing, and oh, she didn't help herself at all. There was no helping. Like she did not help herself. Like she's over there like talking to the other people at the cooking thing, and you know, make sure you stir it around so the seasoning can get everywhere. Let me show y'all what it looked like. Know what it looked like, and also so it can cook evenly. So she's over there, and at the dinner, he tells her like, "Girl, we are just friends." And this is when the glitching, she started glitching. Like she started glitching. So was she? She glitching out because she's like, "Well, I didn't came all the way over here," which I done came all the way over here, and you over here talking about you just want to be friends, and that's not what I'm on. So he like, well, girl, the attraction ain't there. So she just keeps going and going and asking him why and when and how and who and where and all this old craziness. And it's like, girl, the man said he ain't attracted to you. You can't force him. I think Marvin Gaye said, one way love is just a fantasy. It is. Like, girl, if he don't want you, he don't want you. Like, you gonna have to figure out an alternative. An alternative, ma'am. So her alternative was just to keep asking him why he didn't want her, and it's like, girl, let it go, sis. So anyway, so she's just going on and on, asking him why he don't want her. Now I also got to put out this about him because I keep talking about her, but it's because it's like, girl, let that go. Even more so, let him go because, ma'am, he is an extreme mama's boy. Extreme. He didn't even tell his mom about this woman. Also, another thing about him. This is again, I am in a permanent state of out of sequence. Another thing. Sometime during their relationship, this man broke up with her and got back with his ex girlfriend. Like, sir, but also, ma'am, both of these people just did. These were two worlds that did not need to collide because nothing came out of this. He didn't left you for his ex-girlfriend and you took him back and then went over to Croatia for 6 weeks, which okay, sis. But also, he's the extreme mama's boy to the point where his mom is trying to get him to like she's like fly from the nest, fly from the nest. Like anytime she hears that he got a woman, she's like, please bring her here, please marry her, please get the hell out. That's the energy his mama got. Okay, so I forgot something real quick. Let me go grab something. Put y'all on pause. Listen to this. Okay, she back. She but back. Okay, that sizzling making y'all hungry. Let me give y'all some. No, 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 no. So this is what it looks like. Remember, I told you it renders now. So looking for a paper towel, y'all. Okay, so his mom is trying to get him on out the house, honey. Probably because she trying to get her a man. She trying to be on 90-Day Fiance. Maybe. Allegedly. I don't know what the mama is trying to do. But she probably trying to get her somebody off of 90-Day Fiance. Or local, wherever. Stella trying to get her groove back over there, but her son now. Okay. Also, Bojo ain't really got no job for real. Bojo plays like semi-professional basketball. It's something he do that is not. He don't make that much, and his words not mine. His words not mine. Okay, so I'm not sure what this woman like. Why she's doing what she's doing. Why she feels the need to like be so extra with this man, even though he is like his rejection is kind of her protection, but he'll never know. So nonetheless, she get in front of his friends. She's like, "Oh my god, he doesn't want me." And even his friends was like, "Well, dude, at least go hang out with her." Like, dang, you gonna do her like that? But I think she was coming on too strong for him to really accept her. I think he wanted just somebody to hang out with. I don't think he really wanted a full relationship, even though he was saying love. He was just saying that because he knew that's what she wanted to hear. In my opinion, I don't know. We'll wait for the tell all. Oh, speaking of that tell all, there's another couple on there. It's Chitty and I can't remember her name. I should remember her name because she was crazy. So it was a dude from I want to say Ghana. Why I can't remember her name? Why am I having so much trouble remembering her name? Like she was okay. So I guess the people I feel bad for, I remember their name, not the perpetrator. So there was Chitty and this crazy lady on there. Chitty is from Ghana, or he's from West Africa. I don't want to lie about that. So Chitty's from West Africa, and he brings and the woman he's talking to, and they've been talking for 5 years, comes over. Now she knows he is blind. Chitty is blind. Well, okay, wait. Before we get to Chitty and I forget her name. Before out of sequence is huge. Before we get there, let's finish up with Bojo and her. And the girl who did not read the room. The lady who did not read the room. Okay. Oh, what I'm doing, I'm just like there's nothing. Well, I need to scrape the bottom, but I'm just letting them drain in a drain in my little I can't think of the name of this girl. I forget all names. All the names are being required. In a strainer. I'm just letting it drain in a strainer. So next up, okay, so we got the vegetables. These are the vegetables. The zucchini, the onion, and the bell pepper. It's good to go. It's GTG, as they say. And let me go ahead and preheat this oven. Dinner gonna be late. Wendy's a late night. Okay, so before we leave Bojo and old girl, sorry, because I always pack. Just pro tip, I always pack the my little dish super high because I layer, honey. I layer. So I always have to put a little bit of aluminum foil underneath cooking thing because I don't like cleaning out the oven. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. So that's just what I'm doing right now. Is putting this down because okay. Who likes scrubbing the bottom of an oven? Not I. So and don't do what I usually do. Line the oven before you heat the oven. You see how I almost let that get away, and then I would have been burning myself. Don't do that. Don't be me. This cooking lesson is about watching me bumble, so you don't have to. Period. Okay, so next up, the meat. So my big old 3 pounds of butterball ground turkey. But again, use what you want. If you want to use ground pork, use it. If you want to use ground beef, use it. If you want to use ground chicken, use it. Use what you want, honey. If you want to not put any meat in there at all, don't. Let me get a bag because I gotta separate this and freeze it. Okay. So Bojo and the girl. So the friends was like, girl, dude, why y'all want this woman? And he was like, I'm just not attracted to her. Which is fair. He was honest. So she runs outside crying. They like, at least go after her. And whatever. So he finally goes out there and she's just like, I don't have time for this and I can do bad all by myself. Really, this really went really left when he didn't want to stay at her Airbnb. This happened prior to what I'm telling you again, out of sequence. This happened prior. She kept begging him to stay in the house with her. And he, honey, mama's boy, honey. Mama's boy. He like, girl, I'm going home to my mama. I forgot to. Don't be me. Don't forget to put the garlic in. I'm gonna put it in with the either or works. Clearly, because it's all gonna mesh together in the baking dish, meld and mesh. So anyway, so he goes out there and he's like, girl, what's the problem? And she's like, no, nothing's the problem. You just go away. And so he goes. He's like, okay, well, whatever. And she's like, whatever. So eventually it just ends. She calls her cousin, and her cousin's like, and she's like, girl, I'm coming back home. And her cousin's like, girl, don't do that. Stay out here. Get back on the dating app. Which, girl, don't do that. Get back on the dating app and get you a new man. Which she doesn't. Some guy. I want to say some guy came up to her and he married already, but he want a swinger. He wants somebody to swing with. And she's like, no, but it does give her a new lease on life. To, be like, okay, my cousin right. She know what she's talking about. I'm going to get out here. And so she does. Now that is that's all the way up to the episode I'm on. We are on. That's as far as we've gotten with our episode. So that's where that's at with Borgia and Child. I don't even know what her name. But it looks like that next episode she got her a new boo thing. And go off, sis. Like that. His rejection is your protection. Let him go, honey. Let him be free, girl. Let him be free. Set him free, girl. So because then it's gonna set you free. So we got that going. Moving along. Sorry. So next up is Chitty and I don't remember her name. The cray. So you got Chitty, who West Africa, like I said earlier. and he is, blind, which is fine. The lady who he's talking to, the lady of the hour, she's down with it. She don't care. She don't care. She's here for it. And so, she coming over. Now she got two kids. She ain't never been in a real relationship. Like, and by real relationship, I mean she says all the men who she's been with abuse her, and or they sleep with her and then dump her off. Which, okay, girl, do that. I that wouldn't be my preference, but I'm not everybody. So all the men she's been with prior have abused her and just, hit it and quit it, as the people say. Um, so whatever. So she goes over there. Her and Chitty been talking for about 5 years, which is a really long time for an online relationship without meeting each other. But geographic location, it wasn't there for her. So she go over there. Is this Italian? And this chick is just crazy. Like, crazy in like a multitude of ways. Sorry, this is a lot of Italian seasoning, but I want this to push through. Also, it doesn't really come out that well. I guess it do, but it doesn't come out as well as I would like it to. So she goes over there. She meets his sister, and the sister is important because, girl, now she didn't told him when they was dating. I got a thing with sisters. Sisters I've been having visions about sisters. I don't trust them. They crazy, blah, blah, blah. I think she don't like women. And like, especially if they're near the men, because she's like, there's just a glitch. I don't know. I don't think she likes women, but I think any woman near a man that she's talking to sets her off. But especially sisters, I guess. I don't know. But they get together. This chick, Raina, that's her name, Raina. This chick is just something else, honey. She's something else. She is fighting with the sister. She is telling people they can't kill chicken, even though she eats chicken. It's like, girl. Like, he was at the market, and this chick, I think, got a little demon in her because she was like, "Don't you kill that chicken, my family." And it's like, girl. The sister was so confused. She's like, "But you eat them, right?" She's like, "Yes." Okay, she's telling Akiti or Chitty. She's telling Chitty, I just made up a name for him. She's telling Chitty, like, "Sir, God made you blind so you could get with me, because I have self-esteem issues and I don't want no man seeing my body." And boom, there you were. That's happening. Like, she's a piece of work, honey. She's a piece of work. She arguing and fighting with everybody. She doing the most. She mad. Oh, she mad because my girl is trying to get the body big. And he's like, "Girl, I am a whole Christian who actually like follows this thing like for real. I follow this Bible thing like no tomorrow, honey. Okay? I'm not having no premarital okay? XES until we marry, child." Do you know how mad that woman was? She was, honey. Okay. A non-Christian man would have gave it to her, but he's a man of honor. He's a man of valor. He's a Christian man. He is a full package Christian man. But he's still like, "Girl, we could be in love. We could do this. We could do that. Whatever." And at first she down until she get into it with the sister. Because don't forget, she had a dream about sisters. She got this premonition about sisters. She get into it with the sister because she keep telling the sister, "You just mean mugging me. You mean mugging me." Even though she the one mean mugging, whatever, projection is real. And She gets into it with the sister and she like, to hell with it. I'm gonna go get me a hotel. Come on, Chidi. And Chidi like, nah, girl, you gonna try to tempt me into, making you climb that wall, that wall, that wall, and that one, honey. I'm gonna make you climb all four walls. And he like, girl, I don't want to do that because I said I was Christian. Honey, Mount Vesuvius ain't had nothing on Raina. That chick is crazy. So she didn't blew up. She didn't lost her stuff. She's just, honey, she crazy. She cray. So whatever. So they have a big blow up. She leaves. She come back. She leave again. She keep asking them, why don't you come over? Girl, then there was the lingerie thing. She had some lingerie. She was trying to entice him. It didn't work. In the end, she ended up leaving. She ended up crying. She ended up blaming everybody but herself for her crazy actions. And I don't know where she went. And word on the curb is she will not be returning for the reunion. We'll see though. I don't even know if I'm gonna talk about it, but we shall see. Give you some update. That's the update. And if you guys don't want to watch the full thing, because it's a lot. It's a lot. There is a channel that we watch, and it's a few. Very entertaining, very well versed young people. I enjoy it. There's one called Sauce. Love him. He got a lot of flair and flavor. Then there's this other one called My Thoughts. My TH or Thoughts. THOTS. Or the third one is this British guy, All Things Reality. I love all three. They're really good, really thorough. 3 different perspectives, all funny, but in their own way. Especially Sauce. I think I got a little crush on him. He's cute. He's younger than me. He's like my daughter's age, so. But he's a cutie. He's cute. I like him. He's funny. He got a lot of flavor. I like him. So go over there and watch them if you want to recap without watching the full series, or if you just don't have access to the series or whatever. So we got through them. Then there's this other one. I don't even remember his name, but I can't deal with that man. Y'all see my thing smoking? He got me hot. That's how I feel when I see him. His name Brian. That's his name, Brian. And the person he went over to see, I can't think of her. Sweet girl, amazingly hot. She's beautiful. She's so beautiful. And whatever. So anyway, so you got Brian. He is a quadriplegic. Got injured in a shooting. He was selling the illegal things that you're not supposed to sell. And he ended up getting, made a quadriplegic. Okay, so we're done with the meat. Let me just show y'all. Let's take a pause for the calls, y'all. Here's your meat. I don't want to spill the juice. So that's the meat. You can kind of see all the seasoning. That's how much I season, child. Again, the way I season it may not be everyone's taste. So I'm not even going to tell you because I don't even know. Okay, so we're almost there. We're almost about to start stacking. Next, I'm just going to fill again, I really mean this one pot thing. I'm a one pot lasagna type girl. Okay, y'all. Just again, it's just some water. You can't see it, and I feel like because we're about to boil these noodles. Sorry, something on my arm. Look at the noodles. Okay. So we got Brian and I can't remember her name. Beautiful woman though. She is incredibly gorgeous. body is beautiful, honey. She is everything. I don't know why I'm trying to take it out. I gotta let this water boil first. So okay, her name will come to me, or maybe it won't. I don't know. So while we waiting on this water to boil, I feel like I should put a little more in there. Oh, and also the vegetables and meat draining. I just let all that oil and that stuff kind of drain off while all of this is going on. Okay, so you got Brian, and I forget the chick that the lady that he's with. She got a cute little kid, a little boy, really cute. But Scott, what's the Brian's lady's name? Brian, the quadriplegic.
Oh, Ingrid, I think.
Oh yeah, her name is Ingrid. Oh, I wouldn't have never got that, child. She not crazy enough. I only remember crazy. So Brian and Ingrid. So Ingrid is over there. Sorry, gotta prep. So Ingrid is with Brian. Brian is a quadriplegic. He plays basketball. I think international rugby. This is why I got a husband, because he's my external hard drive. He's my external member. He plays rugby. No, that was Chitty.
No.
Uh,
Was wheelchair rugby.
he played wheelchair rugby. Okay, correction. So he plays that. I don't.
He plays soccer with other blind people.
I forgot. Chitty plays soccer with other blind people. That didn't propel the story forward. Look, Raina was enough. She was enough. Okay, so we moving along. So okay, Brian loves to date Brazilian women. Like, and being married and just dating. I think he's been married 4 times. He done been engaged 3 times. Like, this man is in love with being in love, but not for real. There's no realness in his love. So I put a little salt in the water, even though there's other stuff floating up in there. So Brian is going to meet Ingrid, and the whole time he just was getting on my damn nerves. I don't even know how this poor woman was just tolerating him. I don't know. I mean, he's whining, he's a victim, yet he's doing stuff. Like the first night that they got together, this man, it wasn't probably even an hour. Or from my perspective, within like an hour of getting to the room, this man is like, put this catheter condom on me and all this old craziness. He didn't try to like see where she said. He's just like, I'm gonna just throw her into my disability and she better be ready. And it's like, sir, no, that's not how that works. That's not how that works. That's not how that works. Could you imagine if she was like, well, I'm just gonna throw you into fatherhood. I'm gonna just throw you into being my husband. I'm just gonna throw you where I want you to be. You better get ready. He would be upset. So, sir, yes, she knows you're disabled, but sir, can she kind of get acclimated to it? Again, like I said, I was in the military. They let us get acclimated. So why can't you, sir? And that's the military. So anyway, so he's just like throwing all this at her, and then get mad when she's just like, I kind of like, no. I'm not like, like, no. And then he's like, oh, she don't like disabled. She only doing it because I'm disabled. Just complaining and crying. So the whole while he's complaining and crying and doing stuff, he's doing egregious things like trying to have X with her with no condom, and she like, sir, no. And then he mad. He's like, oh, it's because I'm disabled, and it's like, no, it's what she said. You didn't have a condom, sir. It's like, sir, what? So clearly, it's here for him. The whole time he's he's doing stuff to her. He's lying to her. He's manipulating her. It's just a mess. It's a whole mess. I couldn't deal with the man. I was just like, ugh. Every time his car came on, I was just like, because he's manipulative. Also, there's like this big age gap. It's giving Ingrid girl run. It's giving Molly, you in danger, girl. Ingrid, you in danger, girl. It's giving Ingrid run. Okay, the whole time that's what I'm thinking. Like, Ingrid, just girl, run. Just get in the car and go, and don't tell them where you going. Then he's manipulating her child. He's bringing the kids gifts. He got real mad. He went to meet the mama, and the mama like, and not because he was handicapped, but because she didn't want her daughter to leave the country, and she knew that if they got together, her daughter would go to America, and she's like, no. Nonetheless, it doesn't even matter. He ain't the right one anyway. So the whole time he just crying. That's not the right top. Sorry, I gotta find that. The whole time he crying and boo-hooing and accusing her of being an ableist. Meanwhile, he over there still married. I think this is the right one. Still married to another woman, giggling about how many women he done been with, and just being just generally annoying. So in the next episode, I think he gonna try to accuse her of trying to use him to get to America, and she finally walks out, and she bet not come back. Ingrid, if you listening, girl, don't you go back over there. Don't date a man named Brian. Don't date nobody else named Brian Child. Just let the girl. Don't play yourself. Wait, I went over Cheaty. I went over Bojo, Brian. Did I miss? Oh, what's the one guy? Why I can't think of him? The guy on the spectrum.
Oh, Niles, Matilda.
Niles and Matilda. Child, we need Scott here, child. Okay, Niles and Matilda. I like them as a couple, but Miles gets the side eye. He getting the side eye, like, because he be lying, and then he be using his, because he's on the spectrum. He has ASD, which it happens. But he's really functional. He's really sweet. Like, for the most part, he's so sweet. But then there are these little parts where he be lying, and then gaslighting Matilda. Matilda seems like she really loves this man. She seems like a really loving person. And she's taking this in stride, child. She really is. But there's only so much you can do when a person is lying and then gaslighting you, like Miles is doing. So, examples. The first time, the first lie was when she wanted to get married, and she should have probably read the room with him. She wanted to get married as soon as he touched down. Oh, I forgot to say where she was, out of sequence. They're in Africa, or Matilda's in Africa, and Miles is going to visit her. A little background with that too. The family does not approve. They're like, oh, she's just trying to get in this country. She using you. I don't think that's the case. I think this woman really genuinely loves this man. It's him though. On this one, it's him. So they don't support it. He goes over there. Mind you, and they don't say this until this current episode, Miles done lost his job. Like, anyway. Sir, how you gonna go? Well, I guess he already paid, so it don't matter. So, nonetheless. So, number one, She wants to get married. She wants, I guess they have a ceremony where, a claiming ceremony, and he got to pay money for that. And then there's a wedding, he got to pay money for that. He got to pay the bride price. Also, she wants to have this big old reception dinner thing, and he got to pay money for that. Now, mind you, I didn't already told you this man ain't got no money because he got fired from his job right before he left and went over there. So she keeps yammering away. She's inviting like a million people. Anybody who walks past her on the street, she's like, "You want to come to my wedding dinner? I got this American husband." And so, she's creating this monster. And so Miles is going along with it. He like, "Yeah, girl, we're gonna get married. Yeah, when I get there, yeah, it's gonna be everything." Meanwhile, to the cameras in the back, when he do the like private talk, he like, "I ain't marrying her." Well, he didn't say it like that. He basically was like, "I don't know, I gotta tell her, but my autism." Like, no, sir, no, you don't get to use that. You are clearly telling us that this woman want to get married, and you not ready to get married. Oh, by the way, I like to put a little sauce on the bottom of the pan so it don't stick. Pro tip. So he ain't gonna marry her on first meeting, but he just lets her go on, and I mean into her being there. So into him being there, he's still like, "Yeah, girl, he lied to the brothers and stuff. He like, "Yeah, we gonna get married and whatnot." That's not what happened. So finally, he took her shopping, bought her dresses, got her nails done, and that's how he announced to her, "We not getting married." So or not getting married on this round, the knocking ceremony. That's the ceremony they had to do, the knocking. So she's like, she took it like a champ. She was fine with it. He blamed her at first. He just sat there like, no, I told you. No, I told you. And finally, like the producer or whoever was talking to him in the little personal room was like, "No, that's not what you said, sir." Like they had to get with him to get him to admit the truth. Strike one, sir. So she take it like a pro. Not really. She was crying. She was upset, but they made up whatever. Strike one. Strike two was when, wait, Scott, what was the second thing that happened where he kind of tried to lie? It was 3 times. It was three.
He met with that dude, Mr. R.
Oh, yeah, he met with, okay, so the parents don't approve of none of this. His parents, her parents are down with it. Or her mom, I should say. So he goes, so his parents aren't down, but according to the tradition of the woman he's trying to marry, you got to have approval from your family. So he's like, "Oh, well, let's get that one dude who I met online, Mr. Whatever." And so she's like, "Okay, we'll see if he'll he'll be, he'll represent your family or whatever." So he says, "Yeah, I'll do it." But then he starts digging the little weeds, and he's like, "Well, why didn't you come to me first? And why didn't this happen? And why can't you marry her like right away? You can't do the knocking ceremony without a wedding right away." And so Niles is like, "Well, it's because I ain't got enough money because whatever, because I got to pay for this dinner." And he's like, "She tricking you, she lying. Why would you listen to a woman? Blah 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 blah." All this old craziness. Now, mind you, Matilda had told him, "You need to go over there and get with Mr." As soon as they realized, okay, your family ain't coming. So she kept telling them, "You need to go over there, you need to go over there." But Niles is like, "Oh, we'll get over there. We got plenty of time." And so old boy is like going off on him. And so what does Niles do? Throw Matilda under the bus. Just throw her right on, clean under that bus, honey. Like he ain't about to marry her. Just clean under the bus. And so Mr. is like, "Sir," or "Matilda, you have disgraced this and you disgraced that." And she's just looking at Niles like, "When we get home." So when they get in the thing, she's like, "You have disgraced me. You have did this." And he's like, "Well, you lied to me and you just trying to use me for some money. And All this whole craziness. Meanwhile, he's just at fault. So finally, he apologizes. And he's like, girl, you know what, girl, I want you, and it was really sweet. Until they go to the knocking ceremony, and basically the family's like, okay, it's gonna be, $400. We need this and that, and you need to buy her dress and buy you a tux, whatever. And he's like, oh, I gotta tell her I don't have no money because I lost my job. She don't even know that. So he gets to telling her, and she's just looking at him. Like, she's just looking at him. And he's like, well, maybe I can ask my over here daddy to sponsor my wedding, because I only got $160 of the 400 that we need. And this poor woman, she's taking it in stride, because I would have put him back on a plane and sent him on back to America. But she didn't. She stuck it out for love. And so the next episode, they're gonna figure out, like, whether or not his arrogant daddy will loan him the money. So wait, okay, who else is there? Is there anybody else?
He's talking about Magda and the other
Who?
Magda, Polish girl, and
Oh Lord, yeah. Oh, and then I gotta talk about, what's the one who went to the Middle East?
talking about Tiger Lily.
Oh yes. Yeah, Tiger Lily and Adnan. Okay, I don't know who. We'll go with the quickest to the one who I'm just like, girl, just okay. So we got. Wait, what was their name?
Which one?
Not Tiger Lily.
Her name is Magda. His name is.
Okay, Magda and whatever his name is. It don't even matter. Shouldn't be there. Wasn't it Brian?
No, it's like Joe or something like that.
Don't even matter. So, okay, he's a real estate agent, I believe, and she's in Poland. She's a little young, beautiful thing in Poland. And, he over there, trying to get him a young thing. She finds out that he didn't slept around. You know who we forgot? The Filipino. Yeah, Lauren and Faith. Okay. I already talked about them. So, okay. So he got him a hot little thing. She 22, he 34 or something like that. And he goes over there. Now she finds out that he cheated. I don't know if we would consider this cheating, because it was like a month after they met online. But she found out that he was sleeping with somebody after they start talking. And so she gets upset, and she's like, okay, well, once he got there, she was like, no, we're not sleeping together. Get 2 bedrooms. So he's upset. He's like, what? This one part of the deal. It kind of is, sir, with her. Clearly it is. So then they just keep having these problems. Like, I don't think they belong together. I think really they should just leave each other alone and start over. But again, their storyline isn't, I think she's still trying to find herself, and she thinks she wants to find herself as a wife and a mother to this man, but I don't think that's what it is. I think he's kind of immature in the mind, and she can have babies by him and get married, but I don't know if that's gonna last. So that's that on that about them. Then there's, who else we forgot? The one who went to South Africa. Remember? And she brought her boyfriend, her ex-boyfriend.
Sonny and
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we'll get with them. Sunny and Vaya. Vaya just needs all kinds of therapy. Sunny needs, I don't know. But okay, Sunny in South Africa. Vaya is in, I want to say Florida. Was she in Florida? Orlando, yeah. Okay, she's in Orlando. Sunny's all the way in South Africa. They get together. But Vaya is adopted and she has some attachment issues. That's how we gonna frame it. She got some attachment issues. And so because she has these weird attachment issues, she needs her ex-boyfriend to fly to South to go meet her new boyfriend. And luckily, her ex-boyfriend, he's a sweetheart. I think he genuinely has her best interest in mind. I don't think he's on anything else, but he actually is concerned about this woman because he knows that she got some weird attachment issues because of probably it stems from the adoption or whatever her childhood was. And so he goes over there with her. She meets up with Sunny. You know, they have a good time until she has to let him know, hey, I don't know if you knew this. Well, no, she starts kirking out because she's realizing Sunny's Muslim. And she's realizing, oh, wait, I might, to be with him, I'm going to have to like change my religion and abide by Muslim doctrine, which I don't think she wants to do, which, okay. But then I guess for him, she's like, hey, well, hey, I have weird attachment issues. I flew over probably over 24 hours over here with my ex-boyfriend. What? And so these two are just Sonny wants her to to send the ex-boyfriend away. The ex-boyfriend's like, I'm not going unless she tells me to. It's just a mess. It's a mess. It's a y'all don't need to be together mess. I agree with the ex-boyfriend on their scenario. The ex-boyfriend is basically like, you're just some random dude she met on the internet, and I agree. Like, I don't think you two are for each other because of the geographic distance and the mental distance, honey. Y'all might be attracted. Just take this as a fun vacation, honey, and just go on back to America and let that one go. Because religion, y'all religious practices aren't the same. Like, y'all got a lot that y'all don't have in common that I don't know if y'all gonna be able to bridge that gap. We'll see when they bring the reunion up, though. Okay, wait. I did her and Sunny. Oh, Tiger Lily and whatever her man name is. Agnon. What do you think about Tiger Lily and Agnon, Scott? He's saying they're not meant to be together. Honey, they ain't meant to be in the same room, more or less together. But they got married 2 days after she flew in. So Tiger Lily flew over to, I want to say he in Turkey. He in the Middle East somewhere.
They met up in Turkey, but I think he's from Syria.
Oh, okay. They met up in Turkey. He from Syria. They went on and got married. Now, look, that wedding was gorgeous. Gorgeous. There is an age gap, but in the reverse, reverse. He's like 20 something and she's 40 something. But honey, mentally, she's probably like 17. Uh, she is just over there not catching on to what's going on. I guess she was married before and it was abusive and he the alimony, is what has her rich or wealthy or I don't know, well off. She doesn't have any friends. She just has all the people that work on her body, her lip injector and her stylist and her nail tech and whoever else. Those are her friends, and they come over to visit Turkey with her to marry her off or whatever. Everybody is like, girl, no. Everybody. But nevertheless, Tiger Lily persisted. She persisted. They got married. They whatever. Um. So after they get married, this is when they discover. This is when Tiger Lily catches them rules that Agnon got for her. You know, the one where she can't be in a room with a man by herself unless a female is there with her. The one where she got to wear a fur coat all through the market because her clothes are too tight fitted. You know, those rules. I think Agnon made up the rules. But then you got the thing where Tiger Lily is over there like, why do I have to follow the rules and you don't have to follow the rules? Girl. So I think maybe she gonna submit because she was like, well, I have to do his whatever. It's there are a lot of people that just they trying, but girl, don't try, don't try. So I think that's everybody. Did I get everybody?
I think so.
That's everybody from 90 Day Fiance this season. I think it's the other way. I don't remember which one it is. Oh no, I didn't. Nope. I forgot old boy. Faith and Lauren. Huh?
You did next time, but you didn't talk about it.
Lord, let's see. Yeah, I forgot about that. Okay, so those two people. Lauren is a straight guy who only likes trans women. I got that right.
Yeah, I don't know if you call him straight.
That I think he calls himself straight. So I'm gonna call.
I saw something. I can't remember what it is. But he's attracted to female features, but I forget what it's called.
I don't think y'all can hear Scott saying he's attracted to female features, but not female body parts. I think it's queer. Wouldn't that be queer?
No, he had a word for it. I don't remember.
He had a word for it. Don't nobody remember. So he so the homie, I hope I made enough noodles. So the homie, so y'all can see what I'm doing. So I'm just layering this. And okay, again, I like sauce on the bottom so noodles don't stick. And then you gotta have your base. I like cottage cheese because that's just what I always use. And the husband doesn't like ricotta. So it works. So Lauren and Faith, child, these are two people that they in a danger zone. These two might be the worst of them all. Like, if I had to rack and stack these people, I would say my fave couple is like the one who I think has the most potential, I guess, is Matilda and Niles. And then it just descends. There go, told you, barking, meowing. Anything could happen in this house. This is a mess. They not this, but their relationship. This is just the cottage cheese on it. As the base. Whoops, it shifted. So Lauren and Faith. Okay, so Faith is she's trans, and she just came out. Lauren's her first boyfriend. She's super duper stoked. And Lauren's coming over. Now let's talk about Lauren. Lauren is a complete and utter, like, this guy is just weird. Like, that's the best way to describe him. He works at, and it's not his job, it is just who he is as a human being. He's just different. So Lauren works at a drag show. Like he assists drag queens when they're changing. Okay, so I'm supposed to be talking about this, but I maybe should have got Lauren first because he gonna distract me because it takes all my might to just really think about how crazy this man is. Okay, so for the layering, yeah, let me just bring the screen down here. Okay, y'all see the meat just go right on top of that. I have no real method. I just kind of do whatever. This is the cheese. I'm just opening some cheese here. The cheese whiz. Just throw it on there, baby. Just sprinkle me, man. Again, no real measurements. I don't do measurements. I remember with measurements. Wow. So, okay, Lauren. This dude is weird, dude. Like Houston, we have a problem with Lauren. So Lauren he works with the drag queens at the drag show. He assists them. He doesn't have a home. He's homeless. He doesn't make that much money either. He's homeless. And none of these things are against him, but it's just the collection of all the things I'm going to say here. Oh yeah, I just pour stuff on too. So where you start to notice that things are weird with him is he just couch surfing. He's a couch surfer. So he's couch surfing. But he's also doing weird things to prepare for his trip to the Philippines because Faith is in the Philippines. Oh, when you're doing this, I like to just spread it all over. So it's just evenly all over. Nothing fancy. So he's preparing for his trip to the Philippines. And how he's preparing is this man is working out in the bathroom with a hot pot going. And he making shrimp and he's making different things. I don't know why we're doing it, but he said for the humidity of the Philippines, he wants to just get prepared for it. So he made a sauna in somebody else's bathroom while making some shrimp and then just set and ate the shrimp with the heads on and everything. I was like, yes, he ain't never scared, honey. He ain't never scared. If I was going to war, I would take Lauren because I know he could survive anything, honey. He could survive homelessness. Like he could survive it all, baby. He could survive. He gonna make it work for him, honey. He was in there with that hot pot and them shrimps. And he was working out. So hey, if you ever need somebody who you know can weather the elements, honey, call Lauren, child. But yeah, he was in there doing that, working out, doing push-ups, jumping jacks and whatnot, dropping me, give me 50. And just weirding out everybody. Also, Faith, I think they were dating for 6 months or something like that. Maybe longer. So they were dating. And meanwhile, Lauren is still having XES with everybody. With not with everybody, I shouldn't say that. With other people. I feel like I'm forgetting something. I'm forgetting the veggies. Or no, this is it. Never mind. Whoops. Okay, y'all see how you just throw it on there, child. Just throw it on there. And just spread it out. Spread it out. Spread it far, spread it wide. Okay. So the homie, Lauren, is over there still, just doing the most with other people because he's like, oh, well, we're not in a real relationship until I see you. Just a bunch of foolishness. Just a bunch of foolishness. A bunch of stuff that don't make no sense to nobody but him. So the man go over to the Philippines to go see, oh my gosh, I forgot, Faye. And come to find out, child, he done got him a DTS, child. I don't know what's legal on YouTube anymore, so I'm just, we gonna do the Da Vinci. It's a mirror thing. Spell it backwards, child. He done got him the DTS that starts with a G. Okay, and ends with an A. So he got over there. So it's not just anywhere. It's in his mouth. It's in his mouth. So he gotta let Faith know, girl, we can't even kiss. And he does it at like the most inappropriate. Sorry, I forgot the salt. See, this is why I can't be talking about this particular couple while trying to do this, because they are just distracting. I'm gonna blame them. I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna blame them. I'm gonna gaslight. So they can't. He's like, yeah, we can't kiss you. You want to kiss me? Well, we can't do that because I have a DTS, start with a G, end with an A. And Faith was just like, wait, I thought we were in a relationship. And he was like, well, it didn't really start till I got here. Because that's the thing. That's the thing. And so Faith is like, okay, well then you're not my boyfriend, you my friend. And the homie is not trying to feel that, because you know why? Because the homie is like, I'm tired of being homeless in America. I want to be homeless in the Philippines now. So he's trying to hurry up and marry Faith so he can come to the Philippines to where he believes he gonna get a job. And he, even though he don't speak the language, he don't speak no Tagalog or nothing. He think he gonna get a job. He think he that dude. And I'm just like, this is gonna be a mess. So he's telling Faith this, and Faith is like, yeah, I love you. Well, at this point, okay, we're gonna bring it. Well, let me keep it down. At this point, Faith don't want nothing to do with him. She like, you my friend, not my boyfriend. But he's like, no, girl, I got other plans. I got other plans here. I'm trying to be your husband. So I guess maybe Faith can take care of him because Faith had it together. It's Lauren that's the problem. So he works his way back in. After the family meets him, he works his way back in. I do not know how. To Faith's good graces. And he became the boyfriend again. And he's like, boom, period. Like, as soon as he got the boyfriend title back, he was like, well, girl, look, we need to hurry up and get married. And if that doesn't work, because I know the Philippines does not recognize, marriage with with who? Like genders. I could just marry your mama. What's up? Why I can't marry your mama? What's wrong with that? And not only does he tell Faith that, he tell Faith's mama too. To which Faith mama laughed because she thought it was a joke. But no, ma'am, no, this is serious. Super, super serial. So, Faith still is in it. She's still in it to win it with this man, with Lauren. She is a understanding soul, because I don't think I would have understood as much as she did. Oh, look, I did good. I had only 2 left. I usually either underdo or overdo, but that's really good. So Faith has a heart of gold and still ain't told him to go back to America. And so they go out with the friends. What do the friends see? 1, 2, 3. What do the friends see? Lauren over there trying to talk. Oh, well, they go to a drag show in the Philippines, though. 1, 2, 3. What do the friends see? Lauren up to his same old ways, flirting with the drag. And then here is the most confusing thing that happened. Then when they confront him, because the friends definitely told, oh, here's the finished, not finished product, but the product that's gonna go in the oven. And then what I'll do is take a picture and post it on here for y'all, so you can see the real finished product. I'll put a plate on there too. So the friends told, and so when they go to confront our homie Lauren, what does Lauren do? He do the most confusing thing. He's like, yeah, I flirted with him. That's what you supposed to do. I wasn't even flirting with him though. That's what you supposed to do. Yeah, yeah. I mean, they ain't never been to a drag show before, but I wasn't doing nothing. I don't even know what you talking about. Like, it was just so all over the place. And so we ended there with them, and we ended here with this lasagna. I'm gonna put this in the oven. And again, I'll just take some pictures, show y'all the finished result, because who got time to be sitting here? So this is it here. Just all this. I like to top it with some meat and some cheese. And then I put aluminum foil on it so the cheese don't burn. Bake it at 375 for I don't even know how long, because I don't mind. I just look, I go off the way it looks. Not the best chef. That is why this is usually arts and crafts, and I don't even do that well. So you guys have a good night. If you in Korea, honey, I hope y'all are doing okay, because that's crazy. In South Korea, I should say. That's crazy. But I think the martial law has been repealed, so let's see what it look like tomorrow, child. Well, our tomorrow. This is y'all today is our tomorrow. So y'all are ahead of us. I hope y'all have a good night. I hope everybody enjoys. If you got questions, put it in the comment section. I may or may not be able to answer your questions about how to make this lasagna. I just throw some stuff together. I forgot the spinach. See? Good cook, right? Y'all have a good night.